everyone, welcome back to Just Swipe Up Vlogs. Thanks again for joining me. So today I am doing assumptions about me. I posted on some of the Facebook groups that I'm in to see what people thought about some of these pictures that I posted, what people thought my personality was like. So I posted these 4 pictures here and I wanted to get a gist of what people assumed about me and just so I could answer those for you. So remember, if you're not already, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. It should be at the bottom of this video. It's red, just press it and then press the bell right next to it so that every time I post, you can get notified. I have some super fun projects coming up. I'm gonna post every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And right now on Thursdays, you're gonna find out in the next video, but I'm gonna be doing something really cool. It's gonna be a series. I'm gonna have different episodes and it'll be really fun, so tune in for that. And remember, most of all, most importantly, swipe up. Okay, so just to tackle those assumptions. The first one is that I was big into sports, if I'm not now, that I was in high school. So I went to a middle school with about 35 people in each grade. So we played every single sport. I played basketball, I played soccer, I played tennis, I played volleyball, I ran track, I ran cross country, I did all the sports. Then in high school, I went to an all-girls high school with about 200 girls, so the competition was a little bit harder to get into the teams. But I did play 2 sports. I played tennis and volleyball in high school, and I was really into tennis until I was 16, and then I quit tennis, and then I got more into volleyball, which translated into running a volleyball club now, so I would say that assumption is correct. You love a good drink, and this was not the first time that I got this. I think because one of the pictures I'm sipping on a margarita. I wouldn't say that I drink often. I do love a good drink. I love a good juicy drink. I love a good wine. I studied hospitality in college. That was my major, so I did a couple of classes that my dad always likes to joke about, but I did a beer class where we did ales and lagers and we tasted and paired it with a couple different foods, and I also did a wine and culture class where we also did the same thing. We tasted in class and we paired it with different cheeses and different foods. So yeah, I would say I like a good drink. Who doesn't? You are compliant and respectful. I would agree with that to a degree. Yeah, I think that I was raised to be respectful, especially to my elders. Compliant, yeah, I'm very respectful of authority, and I always have been. I was always a teacher's pet. I did what my parents asked me to do. I did what my parents told me to do. I think that in general I am, but obviously everyone has their moments where they're not and they get mad and they just want to do their own thing, and I say I have a little bit of that too. You are independent. What do you think, Adira? Okay, so I live in my parents' house, so I wouldn't say I am independent if you were to see what my life looks like. I also work for them. So if you're looking at what my life looks like, I would say no. But if you're looking at who I am as a person, I could definitely be very independent. I can figure myself out wherever I go. I've done a lot of traveling by myself and I've never had a problem ever. I like that kind of life. I have lived on my own before, like completely on my own. So I would say yes, I'm independent. But again, looking at what my life looks like right now, you would say I'm probably the opposite and probably dependent, but the personality trait that I have is definitely independent. I like doing my own thing, and I cook for myself, which is not really good cooking, but I decide to get my own foods. I don't rely on anyone else to get me my food. I clean for myself, and sometimes, again, it'll be messy, but I don't rely on anyone else to clean for me, etc., etc. So yeah, I would say that is correct. You are loyal to a degree. You lose trust easily if someone disappoints you. Okay, so loyal, 100% I'm loyal. This came in the same sentence, but I think they're 2 pretty different things, but let me go with the loyalty thing. I have friendships where I don't see them for like maybe a year, 2 years, but we're still the same when we see each other again. So I think that's how a lot of my relationships work. So yeah, Definitely loyalty. I pride that in people. I love seeing people being loyal. I think that's a very important trait for me in another person. And you can sense that. You can sense when people like shiny new things instead of, respecting the loyalty in others. And then you lose trust easily if someone disappoints you. No. What do you think? Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm the opposite, actually. To answer that question, I would say that is kind of false. Actually, completely false. I'm the opposite. I trust too much. I forgive too easily. Let things go very quickly. Somebody might, be mad at me, and 5 minutes later I'm like, come on, we're good, right? And if somebody kind of ditches me as a friend, if I see them again, I'm not going to hold that against them. I'll be very civil. Even when I wouldn't call them exes, but people, whatever, you know what I mean. I always kept that friendship. So no, I say that one is wrong, but good try. Material things are desired, but not prioritized in your life above peace, joy, and love. When I did this assumption thing, I didn't think I would get such deep answers just from pictures, but I think everyone was so nice. And yes, I'd say that's true. I always like to get things, but they're not, like she said, that was just perfect, spot on. They're not prioritized. I think anything that gives me joy, anything that brings me happiness, and it could be, sitting outside and feeling the breeze. It doesn't have to be getting the newest whatever. Do I get those things? Yeah, I do. I'll be honest. I like some material things and look to get those things, but they don't motivate me, and they don't motivate my purpose, and they don't change who I am. Nothing along those lines. It's not like if I didn't get them, I would throw a fit. I'm fine with the things that I own. An example I would give you is that I had a Jeep Wrangler for when I was 16, and everyone was telling me, you need a new car, 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 because I had it for 10 years. It was busted, it was broken, but I didn't want to give. I didn't want a new car. I wanted my old car. I wanted it till the end. And then finally, I think it busted a few too many times. So I finally was convinced, I guess, to get a new car for safety reasons. So yeah, I would say that that assumption was correct, and thank you, because that was really sweet. You like to travel or travel for work? So I got this one a few times too. Yes, I love to travel. I met my fiance through traveling. I travel every year usually, so if I can't travel, like right now during COVID, I try to make my life like traveling. Like every time I have a day off, I'll do something, explore. Like I love finding new things. One of my favorite things to do is before I go on a trip, like looking up everything I could do, everything that people like, creating an itinerary, planning out a trip, and then going and hitting the spots and going to places that people talk about. I love that about traveling. I'm hoping to do it a lot more. I'm hoping COVID doesn't put a strain on traveling for too long, because I really miss it. Since my fiance lives in Melbourne, Australia, I go to Melbourne, Australia a lot, and it's a big city. I love to just do city exploring. I just go on my own sometimes, grab, a map or whatever, and I just like walk around and see new things and get a coffee from this new coffee shop. So I'm hoping to make this channel a lot more about that. That's a goal of mine for this channel. I want to travel more. I want to show you guys different things that I do. They don't necessarily always turn out to be great, so I want to show you the bad side of things of traveling too. Your favorite hue is blue. So all the pictures that I sent were blue. So yeah, I love the water, I love the sky, but I love blue with like, yeah, okay. So I love the blue sky and the blue ocean and the, blue everything, but I also like a bit of mountain. I just don't live in that, and that's not my reality. So I like the green. I love green. I love trees. I love landscape. I love scenery that's like cliffs, like the oranges of California and of Australia along the blue water. So yeah, I would say I love the color blue. I love the hue of blue, but it's not my favorite. I love the contrast that sometimes you have with like landscape. That's gonna be probably my favorite. The blue sky does not compare to me to an orange, pink, sunsetty sky. To me, that's beautiful. Look like you went to school for medicine or a biology major or even early childhood education. That couldn't be more wrong. I failed chemistry. I didn't want to do biology in college because I thought I would fail, so I did chemistry and I pretty much failed. I was really bad at science. No, I didn't do anything like that. Early childhood, I love kids. It's pretty much what I do now, but I didn't study that. I studied hospitality. I started off, funny story, I started off going into media production because I really liked the TV side of things. My mom worked at a TV station, so I interned at her company and I loved it. But then I went into college and I met some people who were going for the same major as me of media production. And I saw their portfolios and I thought, I can't do this. Funny enough, now I'm starting this YouTube channel and I'm thinking, I wish I did that because it would have, I would have been good at it, and I am good at it. So I needed to just believe in myself more. Ended up studying hospitality, learned a lot, but I didn't really go into that. So yeah, studied hospitality, definitely not biology. I love summer and love to be in the beach. Summer is great. Heat, yes. Summer here is hot. Like right now it's probably 90 plus degrees every day and it rains, and I wouldn't say I love summer. I love heat. I do not like the cold. I don't like to go outside when it's cold. I like to be warm. Even when I'm here in my house and it's like the AC's on too low, I put like a super warm blanket and like sweater and stuff, even though it's 90 degrees outside. So no, I don't think I like summer, but I do like the heat, and I like that I live in a place in Florida where it doesn't get cold, because I don't think I can do it. Like I said, the sports thing, I don't think I said this. The sporty thing came up a few times, but it says you're sporty and energetic, you love traveling, and you love water. So I love to travel, like I said, sporty and energetic. If a sport is going on, it's hard for me to just look at it and watch it and not play, if that makes sense. And then this person said that I love water. I do love water, but I'm like getting over a fear of mine of hating fish. So I've snorkeled and all that stuff recently because I was petrified of sharks and fish and all that stuff. So it was hard for me to get in the water. But yeah, I do love water. And another thing is, like I said before, I don't like the cold. So when the water is cold, it's hard for me to get into. But I love the idea of the water. And then this person said probably a Pisces. I'm not a Pisces. I am a Capricorn. Do not relate to that at all. So I'm going to look into the Pisces more because maybe I am a Pisces at heart. Okay, this made me laugh. It said, you've most definitely dated a few guys before your current one. That's funny. I don't, I guess I give off that vibe that I've dated a few guys. He is my first guy I've officially dated. So my first official boyfriend. And I talked about that in my long distance relationship video with him. We both kind of were each other's first real relationship. Of course, we tried before, because I was 20 when I met him. So we tried to get into other relationships, but it didn't always work out. So he was my first boyfriend, now my first fiance, and hopefully my last boyfriend, fiance, and soon enough, hopefully husband. Okay, somebody said that my camera roll is full of selfies. No, my camera roll right now is full of videos. But yeah, I don't love to take pictures, but it's nice to put up pictures sometimes. The only time I have selfies is when my fiance is not here, because when he is here, I just love to take couples pictures with him. But yeah, I take pictures sometimes. Some of the pictures that I've taken in the pictures that I sent we did like a fun day during quarantine, a photo shoot day. And so we came up with some like super fun shots. I think 2 out of the 4 that I posted were from that photo shoot day. So that's why it probably seems like I take a lot of selfies, but I don't. You love the beach is one of them. So I do love the beach, but I love when I can do something at the beach. Like I don't like to just kind of sit there and be at the beach. I like the idea of the beach. I like going in the water. I like the sun. I love sunsets on the beach. I just like exploring new things and new places, and that's my favorite thing to do. I always say it. My favorite thing to do is what I haven't done before. So yes, I do like the beach, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world to do. You're one of the sweetest people. I didn't know how to answer this. I feel like I'd be conceited if I said yes, But I wouldn't say I'm mean. I guess you have to watch more of my videos and you decide and let me know. I thank you for joining me. I thought this would be a fun video to do for people to get to know me. I know a lot of other YouTubers do it, but again, you need to get to know me better in order to follow me and to like me more. So I hope you liked this video. Remember to tune in for the next videos. So I'm gonna do something really, really fun. I'm not gonna announce it yet. I'll announce it soon, but I need to gather a couple more things. So if you hop onto my Instagram, should pop out down below me right now. If you hop onto my Instagram, I'm gonna do Q&A of this thing that I'm gonna do in my videos and just answer on there. On one of my stories, just comment what I won't say and follow my journey on there. So again, I post every Tuesday and Thursday, and I think that's it. So I'll leave you with that. Oh, another thing, I know. I want to come up with a name for us, so my subscribers. So I need you to comment below with a name that you think we should be. So swipe uppers, justies, I don't know. Something, okay? So comment below with that and I'll leave you with that. Love ya.